I have to give a third video. I couldn't understand the trade that someone might have taken. It just completely, um, I just didn't understand it. And so, and so I did the video not understanding it. And I thought, because this person's, you know, I don't want to get too personal. It's a very good trader, very, very good. And I couldn't understand the trade. And she took a short position, but I didn't really look and see where she took the trade. So let me just say something here because it's important, because not only can I have a difference from another trader, but on a given day, I can have a different opinion depending on how I process information. Me have a different opinion um, versus what I would have decided on the same setup the next day. So it's a funny business trying to decide how to trade a market and what has relevance and what's a trigger and what isn't. So let me, since I've only wasted 2 minutes, tell you what I think. For me, I'm already geared to look to be a buyer because I'm not looking to be a seller. And I certainly wouldn't be a seller when it's doing this. And so because it's going lower and I know it's going to have breakout buyers and go higher, that's the context of how, that's first and foremost how I would look at this market. And I'm going to do it just on the gold chart. I'm not going to go back and do the silver stuff. And yet, and so what I'm looking for when the market's down here is a 2-bar reversal. I'm geared to look at the support area and be a buyer, so I don't understand the shorting. And yet, I told you that the market came to this area, and it had a target on it of about $1,000. It went up about 10 points from here to here. And so my my the trade that would absolutely prevail is me trying to be a reverse trade. By the way, this is a measured, I think that's a measured move. Hold on. Let's see if that's true. No, it's not quite a measured move, but it's a reversal pattern. And so I'm thinking as a buyer. And I'm hoping, I know hoping's not a good word, I'm hoping, even though I expect it could correct lower, that it won't make a new low. That's the whole orientation of whatever little brain I have left. I'm thinking to be the buyer. On the other hand, I'm going to drag this over a little bit from the perspective of a student who I consider really incredible, the way she thinks, the way she trades. It's amazing. That if the market gets here and it can't close this gap, it's a bearish gap. So I'll make it a bearish bar. I'll make it red. That means danger. And the market gap below here, and if it starts correcting here and going lower on this bar, the market, 1 4-hour bar took the market up to here. And I could understand, and whether I use this as a gap or even this as a gap, it's a measured move, but I should have used it as a gap. Let's get rid of it. Okay, let's get rid of it. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. So this is another gap. And it kind of maybe, I don't think it touched it. If we want to get nitpicking here, Did the market, when it went lower, when it gapped lower, did it retest? Well, the graphics, if you really, and remember, this is a graphic problem now. It actually didn't retest. Let's make it horizontal. It did not retest. Let's take it back. Let's change the graphics. And so when the market gets to here and the market had gapped and now the bar is moving lower, you could do a short trade. Technically, that is correct. So I stand corrected, but I'll tell you what. And the thing is, that trader likes to go long. She's trying to short. She may have a good trade here. And by the way, because of the way it's moving, there's good range to this market on both bars. A market that moves like this can easily correct down to here. It can go lower. It may not make new lows, but it can do that. In fact, what I would expect with this market on the 4-hour chart is that it can go to, I would think a little differently. My student who's very smart would think that she can short the market. I would agree with her under my new assessment here, but I'd also not be surprised on this market if it would, since this is the bar that went higher, that all it's going to do is basically go to a level like this, and then it'll find buyers and make a move higher. And I could be completely wrong because I could be completely wrong, but I would look for interference one way or the other right here. So I need to make it horizontal, and it may not. I don't know. I'm just showing you what I see. Let's do this. But if it gets below here, it can easily go. It can easily go lower. So it's going to be a little sticky both directions. But if she shorted up here on a reversal, a double top, has a stop here, and the market's doing this, for her as the seller, see, the problem with it, if I had to trade against her, she'd be a buyer and I'd be a seller, and I'd be worried every time I got around her because she'd hurt me because she's very good at picking her trades. But so if she got in near the top, I don't see it on this chart. That's the other reason. I don't see it on a 4-hour chart. So for me to reverse here, looking at price action, it's not a 2-bar reversal. So I might see this, but I would have I have an easier time like this. When you have a 2-bar reversal, the market has slightly lower lows. It's a 2-bar reversal. It starts going lower. I'd be more inclined to do it that way. But if she shorted here, she has a good eye. She would know that the market hasn't closed gaps and it's starting to go lower. And she would be making money. If she shorted it up here, anywhere up here, she's making money. So that's another 9 minutes. Sorry for any distractions. But you know what? This is not just about what markets to trade, but how to look at markets and decide what a reversal looks like or an entry. What does it look like that can give you a small stop? And if she shorted here, her stop is up in here somewhere. It's not some crazy stop, I would assume. I don't know. So for me, as I think about it, and I want to find the tool. So if she shorted up here somewhere, she's already, you know, at least 3 points in the money. So she's not losing money. So just keep your stop small. And this may turn into a beautiful trade going lower. So I stand corrected, and that's okay. That's it.